Hey everybody. Happy Thursday. This is just a little chill live while I'm making some chicken, chicken cutlet for my team, Jordan. And I'm gonna make some salmon for myself. I still have some white rice from yesterday, so I'm just making some steamed chicken with some onions and peppers for him, and then I'll be making some salmon for myself and probably have a salad with it. Hey Teresa, hey Joshua, thanks for coming in. Yes, please like and share this video. Double tap that screen, double tap that screen. Hit the thumbs up, whichever one's easier for you. So, I would give my son salmon. I'm not that type of parent to have the good stuff and don't give them the good stuff. They just don't like it. So, since even though the chicken I'm making, it would be good for me too. Um, you know, because it's not, it's it's chicken breast, so it's not fattening. So I could actually eat that instead of making two things and just save the salmon for tomorrow. Maybe that's what I'll do instead of making two different things right now. Jackson had what did he have? He had McDonald's, so there'll still be enough just in case he wants to eat again, because you know how boys are. If you have boys, they eat 500 times a day. You give them something, you think they're full, and then when they see you make something, they still want that too. So, whatever. Hey, Yo-Yo, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I'm just making some grilled chicken. Well, not grilled chicken. I'm steaming it with some onions and peppers. It was mostly gonna be for my teen, but I don't think I'm in the mood to cook two different things right now. So I'll save my salmon for tomorrow. Please double tap the screen, hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it. I put some sofrito in some water. I'm gonna just season the chicken with some adobo, a little bit of adobo, because you guys know that I'm on the health journey, so I'm not trying to make anything too salty. So a little bit of adobo, the dash salt-free garlic and herb seasoning. I put a little bit of oregano and more garlic powder, because you can never have enough garlic, right? And then of course for a little bit of color, the sazon. So then I just put it in there. I steam it. I let it steam. And the sofrito gives it a little bit of the extra kick, like a little bit of an extra seasoning, I should say, not a kick. But the sofrito, if you don't know, that's the green sauce. I do have a short where I made the sofrito. It's peppers, onions, garlic, cilantro, what Spanish people call recao. I don't know what it is in English. Yeah, and then we just blend it up. I put a little bit of olive oil and just a tiny bit of. You can put a little bit of salt, but because, like I said, I'm not trying to do things too salty, I don't. But some people do put a little bit of salt, and then you can add also a little sprinkle of oregano in it, and then just blend it up. That's our blend, but the Jamaicans also have their blend where they use their Scotch bonnet peppers to make it spicy. So, most Caribbean cultures do have the same kind of things, of course, just differently made different. But it is so easy. And if you're making yellow rice or if you're making beans or whatever, it does change that flavor, and it just makes it taste much better, not plain. So if you want, you could see the short that I made for the sofrito, and it's very good. You could put some in the containers. One container in the fridge, it'll last like 2 weeks before it gets spoiled, especially if you have a good fridge that keeps it nice and cold. And in the freezer, you could just freeze it. I say probably like up to 6 months, but it does help. Hi, Joel, how are you? Welcome in. Please double tap the screen, everybody. Hit the like button. Thank you. Yeah, so if you haven't had the sofrito, make it. If you like it spicy, put some spicy peppers in it, you know? And you can add it also when you make chicken, whatever. Just if you want a different, taste. I love the sofrito, and especially like in yellow rice and the beans. It just makes it taste so much better. And it's not plain. And then I had the white rice yesterday. So I'm just gonna put it over white rice. It'll make a little sauce. The water. If you want to thicken it up, you can add a little bit of tomato sauce in the chicken, in the water. You could put a little bit of tomato sauce, and it'll start thickening it up. It'll start thickening up as it cooks. So it's all up to you how you like it. I make it all different kind of ways. I let the chicken cook first because I don't wanna I don't put my onions and peppers right away, because then they're gonna get too mushy and they're gonna dissolve. You're not even gonna see them in there if you start putting them as soon as you put the chicken in. So just let the chicken cook for a little while, and then when it's almost done, throw those onions and peppers in it. If you like onions and peppers. To me, peppers make a good flavor also. I've been into the cilantro kick, where I add cilantro to a lot of things just because I like the flavor. Cilantro also gives if you're eating just a plain salad, it also just gives it a kick. You wouldn't think it tastes good in it, but it does. It has, I don't know, it just gives it a good little flavor in just a regular green salad, with tomatoes, cucumbers, onions. You put a little cilantro around it, and it tastes good. So yeah, so I think I'm just gonna save my salmon for tomorrow and just have a good salmon Friday. I'll probably make a salmon salad tomorrow. That sounds good. A salmon salad. Salmon salad. What you guys doing today for dinner? Have you ate already? What you guys doing? Hit that thumbs up, please. Hit the like button. Double tap the screen, whichever one's easier for you. Um, this is just a little chill live, you know. I'll probably come on in a little while again after I finish cooking and just talk about some of the trending topics that's going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, you know, you gotta get in where you could fit in, or fit in where you could get in, whatever you want, however you say it. But, you know, there's enough to go around. There's enough topics to go around. Cajun chicken pasta. That sounds good. That sounds good. That sounds good. Was it homemade or did you guys go out and eat? Was it Alfredo? You guys gotta, you know, make sure you clean as you go, so at the end of the night there's not too much to do. You know, wash those dishes as you go, wipe your stove as you go. That's the best way to go. You know, I'm trying to teach my son, my teen especially, that you gotta clean as you go, especially if you're a lazy person, because then you're never gonna want to clean. And if you let it pile up, you know, you're gonna be lazy when you have to clean, but then it's your own fault for letting it pile up, you know. But some of these kids are damn hard-headed, and you gotta you land up having to scream at them to do the right thing, you know. And I try to tell him that I'm just trying to, from Chili's, ew. I try to tell him that I'm just trying to teach him the right way, so when he's not with me, you know, his place doesn't land up a pigsty, you know. That kid, my 24-year-old, he's a very clean kid. Like, you know, he'll freaking clean every day if he wants to, you know. He'll freaking rearrange his room 50 million times. But my teen, he is beyond lazy. Like, every time it comes to cleaning, it's a fight. Like, literally every damn time. And then I'm like, well, if you clean as you go, you wouldn't have that mess, and then you wouldn't have to do as much. But, you know, you think he listens to me? Nope, he's a teen. He's hard-headed. You know? That's why I know when people say it's the parents' fault, it's not. Most of the time it's not, because you could talk a hole in their head, and some of them just don't freaking listen. You know, they think they know everything, or whatever they do is the right way. You know? But that's why I wanted him to go away to college, so maybe he could become a little bit more independent, you know, and realize and have some more rules, realize that there's rules everywhere you go, and that it's not me just trying to nag, you know. But he didn't want to go away. He didn't take that opportunity to go away, so he just goes to school half an hour away. So I get to have him home every day after school, before and after school. I don't know. I hope he grows out of it because, after a while, you get tired of repeating yourself over and over. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know some people have it easy with their kids, and kudos to you. But my teen is hard headed. If you have that kid that does the right thing all the time, you're lucky. And that doesn't mind cleaning up and stuff like that. Hey Rashida, hey sis, how are you? I'm just here. You see, that was fast. I already cleaned all my dishes that I had. You know, dry the sink. Don't leave it all freaking wet, you know. Dry around it. uh, it just gotta do what you gotta do. Wash your hands as you go. Please double tap the screen to like this live. Hit the thumbs up, whichever one's easier for you. I have been coming live more frequently about like trending topics or just topics that I want to talk about, like relationships and, you know, red flags, the toxic relationships, things like that. But today I had just came back from, um, I had picked up Jackson after daycare, after school. And then I took him to the park for a little while because it's like 80 something degrees here. So I said, let me take him to the park for a little while since it's nice and warm. I got him some McDonald's, and then my son called me after school, like, are you cooking? Did you cook something? So I said, let me go cook for that child so he won't waste his damn money on eating outside, you know? I'm trying to teach him that just because you have the money doesn't mean that you waste the money on, everything that you want. You waste the things on things you need more than the things you want, So now I'll just wait for the chicken to steam. I'm having a glass of wine. I'm just enjoying this nice, 'cause it's still summer, so the nice summer night. Is everybody enjoying their night? I hope you guys are enjoying your night. I probably will go live later. Not too late, because I know then everybody will be on again. Like I said, I gotta fit in where I get in, or get in where I fit in, whichever one. um, but yeah, I think I wanna talk about that. I don't even know how. Guess it's David. That David situation. That's trending. Gotta watch out for your girls if you have girls. Too much things are happening to girls. I mean, I don't know what it is that they're looking for love. They land up looking for love in all the wrong places. Because just like that girl, what it was, like a month or so ago, that went to go meet the guy, or supposedly went to go meet the guy, and she was unalived as well. We gotta watch out for our youth, for real, and talk to them about their emotions, because sometimes they do look for love in all the wrong places, and I don't know why they can't, you know, find somebody their age, or, appropriate age. Well, even at 15, 13, that's not to me, I wouldn't want my kid dating at that age. But I know there are some parents that are cool with it, but Yeah, so I'll be back to talk about that. Or, yeah, most likely I'll be back to talk about that. But I also, when I was talking about red flags the other day, I realized that the financial red flag is one of the worst ones. And and when I was talking about the toxic relationships, I realized that day when we were conversating that a lot of people said that financial keeps people in a relationship longer, especially when the toxic partner is the one that takes that is taking care of most of the financial responsibilities in the house. And you know, we got to learn not to do that. So that's another topic that I want to talk about. So we'll see which one I decide to talk about, but we got to get out of that too, because money should not be a reason to stay with anybody that's toxic or that's abusing you in any kind of way, you know? Hey, it's simply a simple family lifestyle. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Please hit that like button, double tap the screen, whichever one's easier for you. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, so there's a lot of people that stay in relationships because of the finances, and that shouldn't be a reason to stay with somebody. You should be able to, move on if need be. But there's so much going on, you know. Cardi's album drops tonight. That's a big one if you're into music. Because I know a lot of people are expecting it to, well, people that don't like her, and there's many people that don't like her, are expecting it to flop. For her sake, I hope it doesn't. I hope it. But I know a lot of people do like dancing to her music and do support her. So, you know. So I think no matter what, it's gonna start trending, and we're gonna see everybody all around the world dancing to her music, making dances to her music. So there is a lot to talk about. So I'm gonna finish um cooking right now, and then I will be back in like half hour. All right. Thank you for passing through, everybody. Hey, Shirley. Hey, what, Zenjua? Did I say that right? Oh, oh, yes, me too. I like Cardi too. Oh, see, now everybody's coming in. I might not leave. No. Hey, Lily. Hey, Shangshua. Where you, where you coming in from? It looks like you're in what? Where are you? Japan? But welcome in. How are you, Lily? Shelly Boo, how are you, Shelly? So tell me, you guys, W or L, is is Cardi winning or losing? Is her album gonna flip or flop? What you guys think? Hey Smooth, hey K Money, welcome in. Thanks for coming through. Hit that like button, double tap the screen. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, Money is my first L. Up, Lily don't listen to her like that. But just in general, even though you don't listen, do you think she is gonna be a win or is it gonna be a lose? A flip or a flop? She's been making so... Oh, another L. Wow. Another L. You just said L, K Money. Now you change your mind? You know, like I always say that I like her only because no matter how much money she has made, she still keeps it real, you know, with herself, with her family. Like, I can't knock her for that, you know, and she's always been a hustler, you know, even before she was on TV and all that. She was always a hustler to make sure that she was maintained and that her family was, you know, maintained. So I can knock her hustle. You know, hopefully it's a good one that it's able to keep her in the limelight for the next 7 years, like Bodak Yellow did, you know? Because her family is bigger now, you know, her own family, you know, kids. She's gonna have 4 kids now, so I do hope that, you know, she does well, and that after this, more people are gonna wanna have her as a feature just because. But anyway, guys, I'll be back in a few. Let me finish cooking and stuff, and I'll be back in a few to actually talk about a topic, so we could actually have a topic to talk about and not just be everywhere with it. Thank you for coming in, guys. Please double tap that screen, hit that like button. See you later.